What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy David. We are back with another reaction video. Today, we're reacting to FD Signifier, Stop Bullying Cole. Now, I really like this dude's content. He's an intellectual. That's the best way to put it. Bro is an actual intellectual. Like, he's actually extremely fucking smart. I'm pretty sure he has a PhD, but I don't know what his PhD was in. I forgot, but it was definitely like on some research, like political type shit, I think. I don't know. But with that being said, make sure you like and subscribe. Try to get to 1,000 subscribers. Stop bullying Cole. Let's see what he got to say. Because I ain't gonna lie, I really enjoyed the Fall Off album, bro. That album was really fucking good. Now, were there some parts of it I didn't like? Of course. Right? The music sometimes, it wasn't even anything musically, because I liked the music. It was just sometimes the messaging came off wrong in certain songs. I can't lie.
I find J. Cole fascinating, but I wish I liked his music more. So J. Cole released his long-awaited alleged final album on February the 6th, and a lot of discussion and fanfare has already happened. I gave my original thoughts like literally the day of on a video on the streaming channel, but to summarize them, having sat with it a little while, I give the album a solid 7.5. There's not a lot of bad songs, at least to me in my ears, which I explained it in that video. And it's redundant both sonically and thematically. Like, there's no bad songs, but there's several pretty good songs that all do the exact same thing. So a better project would have just removed 4 or 5 of those and
All I'm gonna say is the album didn't need to be 24 songs. I love all songs, but it didn't need to be 24. We could have settled with 15, but really 10. The sweet spot is 10, but because it's his final album, I guess just really wanted to kind of pack it up with a bunch of songs and shit, you know. But to me, the sweet spot when it comes to albums and shit, 10 to 15 songs. We don't need more than 10 to 15 songs to make a good project, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, especially because J. Cole's not like held back by labels. You don't have to drop 24 songs, bro. You could drop 15. Like, when I was first listening to it, I didn't like how long it was, but I like the songs. That's all I'm gonna say.
giving us like a 15 track, really
Exactly, 15 tracks. Really nail it. Put in the you know what I'm saying? We throw in the Let Out Bombs. The Let Out Bombs. That's the first 2 songs. 39 Intro is good too. 2-6 is good too. Poor Thing is good. Legacy is good. Life Sentence is good. That's 7 songs right there. We just need 3 more. I Love Her Again is good. Motherfucking The Fall is Inevitable is great. And then we just pick one more song. We could do shit.
really good album. All that said, there's some
No, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's already 9 songs. You know what I'm saying? Everything else, you could either kind of hold on to that or shuffle that into a different project. A deluxe would not have been bad either. You drop a 10-song album, drop another 10 for the deluxe. You feel me? Like, if you really need it. But Cole don't need it. Cole could go platinum without no features. He don't need it. But you know, if you really need it, you know what I'm saying?
really high points like Intro 39, Bunts Road Blues, and one of my literal new favorite songs of all time, I Love Her Again. All that said, it is best described as the most J. Cole album J. Cole has ever made. And I find that fascinating because J. Cole is really unique as a figure in hip hop past and present. And his like unique like presence and like experience.
Like, he got that mystique, bro. Like, some niggas got mystique and they aura flare out too much, but some niggas got mystique and you only and they aura not like crazy huge, but they got that like a more deeper aura. You know, I can't even explain it, bro. Like,
Experience in the hip hop game and hip hop culture is more interesting to me than his music has ever been. I think I speak for a lot of old heads, and I know this as I've spoken to a lot of old heads, is that the problem with J. Cole, from my perspective as a 43-year-old hip hop fan who is aging out of relevance, is that he's always been a great value version of the style of hip hop that clearly most influenced him before he came on the scene. Cole is a mainstream iteration of the underground rappity rap pre and post block era of rappers who themselves were influenced by the likes of Nas, Rakim, Eminem, Common, Razzcast, and many other true barbarians. That's a hint for those.
that's some old people shit. I ain't gonna lie. Barbarians. God damn, boy. Damn, that's some man. Yo, he old, bro. No cap.
Who know, of lyrical hip hop that has existed almost from the beginning of hip hop as an art form, but has often been pushed to the wayside for more mainstream and accessible hip hop music. But that doesn't mean I don't like Kendrick. In fact, I love that he's there in a weird way. I remember in 2014, I was a teacher and I had this one really cool student that I always thought was like,
This thing you should be doing maybe in the afternoon, so that Joseph too can have time to rest.
He can rest. I'm almost done. Like I literally have like.
a great kid, and I appreciated having him in class. And at this time, like 21 Savage was blowing up and all the early mumble rap stuff was happening. And this is in Atlanta. So Atlanta, while being a mecca for music, the general zeitgeist for the youth has never been a place where that style of rappity rap has had a huge audience. But one day this particular kid came up to me and said, "Yo, have you heard this new J. Cole?" And I was like, "You mean the nigga that let Nas down?" No, I'm not interested. But I did, for that student's sake, listen to Forest Hill Drive, and although I still didn't care that much for the album, I realized that Cole was to this kid that Common was to me when I first heard.
And guess what? That him say he didn't care much about Forest Hill Drive, that kid could also say the same thing about Common. I don't give a fuck about Common. I'll keep it 100. I don't give a damn about Common. I don't know no Common songs. But Forest Hill Drive. Intro. January 28th. Hello. 03 Adolescence. Tale of Two Cities. Hello. No, no cap.
One day it all makes sense. He was falling in love with hip hop in the same way that I also had well over a decade ago. This wasn't just liking some songs or appreciating the music or liking the dance or whatever. It was sitting alone with a record and letting it wash over you and alter you at your core because you connect to something in it in a way that you didn't even know was possible before you heard it. Now, I can't and still haven't done that.
I know, but no cap. One of my favorite records J. Cole ever made, Intro to the Forest Hill Drive, I can't lie. Letting the melody, sitting here and listening to the melody and really feeling the melody of what he was putting out. It's a very simple song. Like it wasn't like the most deepest thing ever. But damn, I just really, I absorbed that. And then they run, and then it's like a slight run off into January 28th, and it's like, now I really feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was, I loved it, bro. It was great.
With Cole, but that's because that space, that experience was already done by Common or Nas or Talib Kweli or all these other rappers that were relevant for that formative stage of my life. At this point in time, then and now, I'm honestly more interested in whatever 21 Savage is doing. Just keeping it a buck. Without,
I'm kind of not. I think I'm more interested in what J. Cole's doing in 21, but I love 21. I love 21, nigga. No cap, that boy tough.
One little boy did go on to be an Amazon fulfillment warehouse type of dude and a dream chaser. There's this inspirational, beautiful struggle there that I think is so sincere and so flawed. And I see myself in some ways, and I love that exists, even if I don't have that same connection to it. And I think that's what drives me to defend Cole more than I probably should. Because to me, I'm more so defending one of the coolest things you can do with hip hop or art in general, which is truly connect to it in a way that is more meaningful than any.
Like in quick, was it Quick Trip or Quick Stop? I don't know. I think it was Quick. Might have been Quick Stop. And Quick Stop, when he talked about that dude and how that dude connected with his music on that level, and he started talking about it's a difference you make. Damn, that shit hit. That shit hit, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I love that song. It was great.
Video or discourse that can happen. And at the same time, I actually think that flawed sincerity is what makes a lot of y'all want to be honest, bully Cole and his fans more than necessary. Not too much bad, right? Because all these fan bases are annoying. And I know there are J. Cole fans that's like, no, you're not smart enough to understand J. Cole. Like
This nigga is definitely smart enough to understand J. Cole. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. He's definitely smart enough, bro.
I know that's a thing. But beyond that,
no, you know who be doing that? Them Kendrick niggas. Them Kendrick niggas say shit like that. J. Cole niggas don't really say shit like that. Kendrick niggas say shit like that, bro. They too goddamn smart for everything, bro. No cap.
I don't know. It's feeling like y'all are dragging it a little bit. I think it's because Cole isn't truly great, but his fans love him as if he is, and that creates dissonance that makes some of y'all just want to.
Isn't truly great in what way? Is it numbers or is it musically? Is he saying that Cole is musically inept? Like he's good, but he's just not good enough to be in the big three? I'm trying to really understand what he's saying here. Like Cole is just, cause in my ear, the way that hit me, it makes it sound like Cole is just not good at making music. Like he's not truly great. Then how the fuck is he going platinum? You can be ass and go platinum? I don't understand, yo. I don't know. You could be ass and go platinum with no features? I don't know. Fuck it.
Clown him, and
maybe you could also be ass and win a Grammy. I don't know, bro. Maybe, man.
Get it, because let's be honest, J. Cole is kind of cringe. He might be the most cringe top tier rapper of all time.
A B C D.
He's cringer than Drake? He's cringer than Drake? Well, hold on. He's cringer than Drake? And is he really cringer than Kendrick? Kendrick is friends with a nigga in the files, bro. The fuck? The hell is you saying? Is he really cringier than him? I don't think so. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't think I can respect that one.
EFG, HIJK, MNOP, that's little me in a classroom asking, what's L?
I actually like that bar. I kind of like that bar, honestly. So I don't really think Cole is corny. Honestly, when I listen to the music, I don't really hear a corny nigga. I just hear a nigga. I don't know. Drake has said some shit that I really do think is corny. But even then, sometimes that nigga be spitting for real, too. Kendrick, have I heard him say some corny ass shit before? I don't really know. He probably has, though. But I don't listen to enough Kendrick to really understand the corny shit he be saying sometimes. So I don't know.
No rapper of his stature has had more sincerely cringe moments in their career than Cole, whether it be the clumsy and unnecessary beef with No Name, where I always feel like he got kind of a raw deal considering the full context of that conflict, but that was still, again, a...
He didn't even have to address No Name. He could have just deadass not talked to her at all. I wouldn't have addressed her, honestly. I'm gonna keep it a stack. It's like, at a certain point, why are we talking to niggas?
Than Cole, whether it be the clumsy...
I'm reading the fuck out this shit. But I'm such a terrible YouTuber. I should be reading it out to y'all, huh? Hold on. But I do a lot of thinking, and I appreciate her and others like her because they challenge my beliefs, and I feel that in these times that's important. We may not agree with each other, but we gotta be gentle with each other. Facts, that's true. I don't agree with a lot of niggas. I'm not mad at that at all. That's not bad. But I don't know what the real conflict was with No Name. I don't really know who the fuck that is, so I don't know.
Unnecessary beef with No Name, where I always feel like he got kind of a raw deal considering the full context of that conflict, but that was still, again, a moment where he jumped into something that wasn't even about him. In fact, I think the lesson he learned from that mistake and the way that so much of that was misconstrued is why he moved away from the Kendrick Drake beef when he had the chance.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me, like, but at the end of the day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk.
That when he apologized, I didn't even take that as that nigga was scared to rap against Kendrick, because Kendrick has nothing he can really say about J. Cole. He can't call him a pedophile. He can't call him a bitch. He can maybe say he was hiding his marriage, and then maybe talk about, I guess, hoes on the side. But that's all metaphorical and probably didn't happen. You feel me? So I don't really know. There's not much you could have said about J. Cole. He could have called him an ass rapper, trash, ass backwards. You can't rap. What did you do? Like, all that type of shit. But I don't. With Drake is light skinned and Canadian. That right there is a lot you can say about a nigga just for being light skinned and Canadian. And also, he's a culture vulture. And also, he's allegedly, in Kendrick's eyes, he's a pedophile, which is egregious. That's crazy. That's a crazy accusation to make. So, no. I think that's just why J. Cole it just didn't hit for me. Like, I just see why he took a step back. You know.
That shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel. That shit disrupts my fucking peace.
Cole also just can't help but make corny ass music sometimes. We all know Grippy.
It's Grippy.
I don't need to say.
We didn't need. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with Cole. We didn't need Grippy. We didn't need Grippy at all. I fuck with you, bro. I fuck with you though. I like you my goat, nigga. But we did not need Grippy. I'm sorry.
Too much else. On this album, there's this.
But then other times he J. Cole the type of nigga to make Grippy and then make I Get Up. Something about that I get up. Bro. I get up, I see the clouds on my window. I pray the sun gon' shine this way. Hey, and where I go, does the wind blow? Mama, your son gon' find his way. Like, you know?
Awful Spanish rock thing that someone in my chat said was basically J. Cole turning into Jelly Roll. We also can't not recognize that Cole on more than a few occasions has tried to flip trans bars for people and doing like double entendres with trans folks, and that's just not a good idea. It always comes off offensive and he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. There's also this song Safety on the album where he has a verse.
Bro, Dick and the Booty Types. This is one of the songs this is one of the parts of the album I didn't like. This right here, we didn't need this. But I feel like with this song, he could have spoke about this person in a much more respectable way. Like, he could have basically just been like, oh, we distanced ourselves because we thought being gay was weird. And then we got older and realized it's not weird. It's just he's a human being and he just likes something that we just don't like. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a person too, and we should have loved him when he was here. End of discussion. End of story. You don't even gotta be like you don't even have to like really even dig too deep into what he was or wasn't doing. You could just say, "Oh, we just didn't understand, but man, I miss him. We love him. We hope he's good wherever he's at." Straight like that, and that would have did a lot more for the LGBTQ community than Dick and the Booty Types. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit.
He's unpacking his experiences and changes around homophobia. And while I appreciate it, I also recognize that much like with Kendrick's Auntie Diaries, it's going to hit other people very differently, and they may feel a way about the way that lands. Even that, like the comparison between Safety and Auntie Diaries is really interesting to me, because low-key people seem like they're being way harder on Cole than they are on Kendrick when it's exactly the same.
Thank you. Like, they did. J. Cole and Kendrick are very similar people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro.
Song with the same sentiment and mostly the same mistakes. But it's like that meme where it's like at the top, it's like, oh, have a good day. And at the bottom is hello, human resources. That's Kendrick and J. Cole. Because all these things I just finished saying about Cole, I could do a similar thing about Kendrick.
Exactly. We could do the same exact shit with Kendrick. We could do the same exact shit with these niggas. We could call both of them ass as fuck. Like, no cap. We could do that. We could do that. Will we be wrong? Yes, we'll be wrong, but we can still do that. That's just something we could do.
Having cringe lines over the course of his career, like calling himself a proud monkey on one of my favorite all-time Kendrick songs, Black of the Berry. My favorite cringe Kendrick line is, that nigga gave us Billie Jean. You think he touched those kids? They're all capable of these L's. It's like something I said in one of my old Kanye videos where once upon a time we gave Kanye a lot of grace and like credibility, and if he said something that was weird or didn't make sense or seemed outlandish, we were like, that's just him being ironic or funny, or we don't fully understand the meaning, but it is what it is. Kanye has so many extremely weird and like even for hip hop kind of awful moments with women, like throughout his whole career. And we would often think that those things were just misunderstandings or ironic, or there was an art to them. But then he just kept doing stuff like that over the years. And after a while, you're just like, oh, wait, no. Kanye just has really, really, even for hip hop, bad problems with women. That's just him actually being weird. In my opinion, Kendrick Lamar is the greatest hip hop artist ever, just in terms of the pure quality of the art that he has given to like the world. I don't think anybody's better than that. And it's a pretty wide gap between him and everyone else. So we forget that he once made a song about black women becoming lesbians because they get tired of black men cheating on them. That is a real song. It's in Section 80. Don't act like that shit wasn't cringe. And this brings us to the whole he quit the battle thing. And I've said this several times already, but I find that moment to be the most interesting and honest and least problematic thing.
That was so unproblematic. Him take a step back from that bullshit, that dirty ass fucking fight them niggas had, was one of the best things he could have possibly done. Because that nigga Kendrick didn't want to beef for real. Even the idea of beef is ironic. It's like, we're not gonna hurt each other, but we're gonna say terrible things about each other. Like, what? When I think of beef, I think of violence. I think of, if I see this nigga, it's over with. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's different when this rap beef is poetry. Where it's a poetry slam, nigga. So it's different. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
The aftermath of that battle. That battle has seen Kendrick become a superstar in a way that honestly makes me a bit uncomfortable, as his once very normal fan base has expanded into this weird thing that's happening because anybody that gets a fan base that big is going to create stands. It is what it is. I know that's not in his control, but all of you post-2024 Kendrick fans need to get job applications. I'm sorry. And I don't even want to get into how this battle has destroyed any semblance of respect and interest I've had in Aubrey and the community he represents. But Cole is still Cole. In fact, as I said, he's even more Cole than he ever was before. And I love that, not necessarily just for him, but for his fans who are uniquely being served by him. And to me, that was the whole point of the apology.
Like, when that nigga Cole, when that nigga started moving around in the Honda Civic, selling his album out the motherfucking trunk, that's my goat, nigga. Who doing that, nigga? Who doing that, nigga? He giving back to the... Whoa, he got some... That was a real give back. In a real way. I really... Right here, nigga. Right here, nigga. Come on now.
I repeat this over and over again, but Cole should never have entered the battle in the first place. It's even more clear today than it was at the time that this was always a beef between Kendrick and Drake. But the fans and the Cole...
They saw him take a step back and thought he was being pussy. No, nigga. Kendrick didn't want nothing. Kendrick had nothing with Cole. He wanted Drake. He had nothing with Cole. He wanted Drake at the start. Come on, bro.
Culture got in Cole's head and gassed him up to swing on a person that he had no business swing on, and now it's so funny to see.
And he had no business swinging, not because he couldn't match Kendrick lyrically. He had no business swinging because Kendrick didn't even want that fight with that nigga in the first place. He wanted fucking Drake, bruh. Come on.
So many of y'all in my comment section acting like Cole did that out the blue because he wanted to, when it's very clear that that was something that he was pushed to do and that he didn't have the sense in the moment to say, nah, this is getting me off my square. I don't need to do this. And because he realized that he did the most honest and real shit that he could have done at the moment, he apologized and in his own words stuck his chin out to take accountability for his fuck up. And later when he addressed the whole thing of Port Antonio, I think a lot of people did.
Honestly, all I could say is I wouldn't even have apologized to that nigga. I would have just said, hey, Kendrick, if you wanted this beef, fuck you, nigga. I love you and respect you, though. I ain't no bitch. You shoot at me again, I'm gonna come back, nigga. So don't shoot. And I will shoot, I swear. I promise, you know me, I'm cold. I won't shoot at you, nigga, I swear. So if you want it with Drake, go ahead, nigga. Because I ain't do shit.
Take issue with the fact that he still implies he would have won a battle with Kendrick. And while I don't believe him, my question is, what is he supposed to say? This is a convention of the art form and the passion that he participates in. He's not supposed to say on any record, yeah, I don't think I would win a battle rap with Kendrick Lamar.
And if he would have said that, I swear to God, I would have stopped listening to this nigga immediately. I don't give a fuck. I think Cole got a shot on me, nigga. Fuck a Kendrick, nigga. Put a K behind that dot, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga.
He's not supposed to say that. That's not what you do. There are actual battle rappers who have clearly lost rap battles who will still say in the aftermath of losing that battle that they can beat the rapper they just lost the battle to, because that's how this shit works. That is the nature of competitiveness, especially if you're a competitive person in a competitive field or whatever. Like, video essays aren't even competitive like that.
Like, listen, bro, niggas in basketball games will lose to niggas that will literally lose to niggas and still say they better than niggas after losing. Like, bro, bro, you can't back down ever.
actually very collaborative, but please believe, I don't think I've ever made a video as good as In Search of a Flat Earth by Folding Ideas. And I will see H-Bomb take literal years to make a video and then come out and get 3-4 times the amount of views that I get on my best performing videos. I have seen CJ the X and Deja Sade and Think Peace Tribe and Pillboy and so many others make videos about almost the exact same topics that I've made and leave me feeling like, dang, that shit really was better than mine on all these levels. But if you ask me in the moment,
I'm still better than you fuckboys, and that's it. That's it, nigga. Yeah.
I am still the best nigga on the mic in this genre right now. Why? Because I'm competitive like that, and that's how I feel like I need.
I be playing Marvel Rivals, and I'll literally have a shitty ass game, and niggas will tell me, switch. Boy, fuck you, nigga. Don't you ever tell me how to play on my motherfucking system, nigga. I bought this motherfucker, boy. I will not switch for you, nigga. Die. Simple. That's how I feel. I could be playing like shit, and I will still tell those niggas to get off my dick and die. I don't care. Fuck you, boy. I bought this shit with my own fucking money. You not about to tell me who I can or cannot fucking play in this ranked game, bitch. If I see you in real life, I would kill you, cuz. Fuck you. Ooh, let me stop. I'm getting real emotional. I ain't gonna lie, that shit, you know. You feel me? Let me composure. But fuck them niggas. I'm not switching. Fuck you, nigga.
Need to feel to do this job, or I just do something else. Like, you cannot name a rapper with any level of significance.
Nigga got too much pride, bro. Too much fucking pride. I don't give a damn. Fuck you, bro. You don't get to tell me anything, bro. Oh God.
Against in the last 30 years of hip hop that didn't at some point say he was the best rapper. Taking issue with the conventions of hip hop, specifically for one guy, doesn't make sense to me. They still need to behave as if they're the best rappers alive. That'd be like saying The Undertaker is bad because he can't actually teleport and rise from the dead. Hip hop has always existed in a state of kayfabe, and that includes every rapper pretending to be the best rapper, the best drug dealer, the most murderous gangster, or even the most virtuous revolutionary for our entertainment. But believing them is not supposed to be a required part of enjoying their music. If your whole thing is that you need rappers to be real, then you're a mark. And if you don't understand what kayfabe is, you probably don't understand what mark is, and that's what makes you a mark. And I think that's the real thing with Cole that makes him that middle child in hip hop and gets him so much more negative attention than he probably deserves. Because Cole has always had a shaky relationship with kayfabe. I think Cole is kind of too real for the genre, and not in like a complimentary way, but in almost like a autistic, I can't read the room type of way.
I wouldn't even say that. I would just say he's too goddamn honest and too vulnerable with you pussy ass niggas. He did, but that's why I hate it. I respect why he could have took a step back and still said, "Fuck you, Kendrick. You not better than me, bitch. Fuck you." That's it. You don't have to apologize to that little ass man. You can just tell that little ass nigga, "Fuck you. I'm better than you. Get off my dick. I'm Simba, bitch. Go rap on Drake. You don't want this smoke, pussy. Leave me alone." Simple. That's it. And you can have that silent beef in the background. Because J. Cole don't need Kendrick. You don't need a nigga like Kendrick. Like, it's over with. Fuck him. I don't even listen to that nigga, bro. Shit.
But I also do think that says a lot more about hip-hop fandom, or at least popular hip-hop fandom, than Cole specifically. Because Cole could literally have been better off right now had he been more fake in that rap battle situation than he was, because he was honest. If he'd have just let 7 Minute Drill live and then didn't do nothing after that, people would have said that shit was weak, but they'd have never talked about it again. But instead, he did the responsible, in my opinion, honest and manly thing, and took that shit out of circulation and apologized. He'd have been better off not saying in that stupid no-name beef that he didn't read books or isn't that smart or deep, because that ruined the facade that a lot of people have built up for him on his behalf. Cole would be better off if he kept more of a celebrity facade around him. It wasn't found randomly riding bikes around the city or sitting at a beach by himself or on some I'm 14 and this is deep shit all the time. As I alluded to earlier, anyone that has a decent education on politics or grew up during real underground hip hop era or just reads books could tell you that Cole is not deep. He is not, and I don't even want to call Cole fake deep. I think fake deep niggas just like Cole, and it becomes a transitive problem.
I would say Cole ain't fake deep. I'm not gonna say Cole's fake deep either, like, cause it's not even. I feel like deepness has to do in relation to how smart you are about what you are talking about, and I feel like Cole knows what he's talking about when he speaks about the things that he talks about. Especially in my favorite album ever made, For Your Eyes Only, he was sensational. on that album. That album is much, much better than the Fall Off. He was sensational. When you understand why he's telling this story and whose story he's telling, and then he speaks about that person's mindset and why they did what they did. He speaks about their death, and one of the best things he did on that album. Usually, traditionally, you would put like a song like "Change" on that album at the end, but he did it. He put that in the middle, because though that was the end of his story, that was not the end of us telling his story. He lives beyond his death because he's a real nigga. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like in the album listing, Change is at the middle, I believe, but there's other songs that come after that, like "She's Mine" and all that, right? All those other songs come after, because James is a real nigga after he dies. You feel me? And real niggas get remembered because remember, real niggas don't die. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I really respect that shit, because that's a very deep, thoughtful album. We didn't need 24 songs. We only needed 10, 15 to make some deep, thoughtful shit. You feel me? But that was a very deep, thoughtful, and I'd almost like to say transcendental album, my nigga. Like, it hit different. You feel me? And that's why I feel like J. Cole's not fake deep. But as he said, fake deep niggas like him all the time. You feel me? Yeah. That was my TED Talk. Not fucking around.
Because I've never heard a J. Cole song and thought to myself, man, he really trying to be deep with that shit. That does, I mean, maybe it exists on that old shit I don't listen to. Maybe it does. But I don't see it. And Cole put in the extra effort to come through and correct.
But I want to know, what's deepness to FD signify, though? Like, what does deepness signify? Like, does it signify intelligence or emotionality? Y'all know what I'm trying to say? Like, is he like, do you have to be extremely smart about what you're saying to be deep, or do you have to make somebody feel something to be deep? You know? Because that deep thing he's talking about, it's like very, there's a logical sense to it, but it's also an emotional, how did it make you feel part of that as well. And I feel like Cole, he may not be very deep in that logical 1 + 1 = 2 rappity rap Kendrick shit, but that nigga, he makes me feel something when I listen to what he has to say. You know what I'm saying? Now, does that kind of make me a fake deep nigga? Probably, I don't know. But when he spoke about his friend, I felt something. On the intro to Force Hill Drive, I felt something. On Hello, I felt something. I Get Up, I felt something. I teach them that their skin's black like oil. That's for royalty. I felt something with that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just I'm dumb. I don't know, bro.
This on numerous occasions, and he's content saying these things out loud, these non-kayfabe things for us. And in doing that, he's in a weird way not holding up his end of the bargain like he should as a big hip-hop megastar. And I think people punish him for it, and I find that fascinating, but maybe a bit frustrating. But I also think that's where his hardcore fan base finds their love for him the most. There's a song on a new album.
They respect the humility, bro. Because it takes a brave man to show humility. Oh, God, I'm not gonna lie. Niggas would, like he said, there's a facade in rap. Niggas would lose and then say they're the greatest after losing. Now, is that wrong? No, it's a part of the show. However, Cole has this humility, this deep, and that's why he struggled saying that Cole was fake deep, because he didn't think he was fake deep, because he just said Cole has a manliness and a humility to him. Especially when he basically took a step back from the beef. He said that was some of the most humble, manly shit, and shit I respect him for. But then again, he's having trouble respecting a nigga because he took a step back in the first place. You feel me? Like, or because he's not deep enough in his eyes, or maybe because he's stupid in his eyes, kind of. But everybody looks stupid to you when you have a fucking PhD, so I don't know. Everybody looks stupid as fuck when you have a PhD, so I don't know, bro. Maybe it's like that. You know?
Called Quick Stop that I don't like all that much because I'm not a huge J. Cole fan. All I can think about is that somewhere my former student is hearing that song for the first time and breaking into an ugly cry at work. Because the song is about Cole randomly running into a fan who explains to Cole that his music has been immense.
And Cole is self-aware to understand the influence he has on people. Because he doesn't see himself like that. people see him like that. So he's kind of sucking his own dick a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. But nigga, I was driving away from a job interview and I heard that song. Nigga shed tears. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. A tear or two left my eyes when he started talking. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Sorry. Kendrick never do that to me before. Cole did.
Meaningful on his life. And it's kind of cringe and heavy-handed, but I know that for that specific group of people, that song is going to be in heavy rotation. And I just find that to be a great art moment. And above all else, I'm on the side of good art. Shout out to CJX for that. I love the fact that people are making things and having an effect on people based purely on their connection to an art or their artist and not celebrity or stan behavior. Again, looking at y'all new Kendrick Lamar fans.
That's why, and that's the thing about Cole. I remember, bro, no cap, my brother and RDC put me on to that nigga, bro. I wasn't fucking with that nigga because he was famous. I don't give a fuck about the fame, bro. I just want to hear something that makes me feel something, bro. Nigga, fuck the fame. Niggas fall off. Fame is irrelevant. How do you make me feel when I hear what you gotta say, bro? And that nigga makes me feel when he says shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
What I love that people are having, even if it's not something that I'm having, even if it's Playboy Cardi or Majins or whoever the kids have been trying to put me up on recently, that they heard something or they read something or they saw something or experienced some piece of art, and now that they've had that experience, they are different than the person they were before they had it. I love that to death, even if I think this man has maybe 2 good albums out of like 8 tries. I mentioned earlier how I am, at least in my head, competitive with so many of my fellow video essayists. Folks like Jacob Geller, Jesse Gender, Foreign Man and the Foreign Man, Big Joe, Lindsay Ellis, etc. Some of those names may be unfamiliar to you, but if you like media analysis and cultural commentary similar to what I did today and want that from the genre's best people in the game, then you should look to see all of us ad-free on our streaming service.
Yeah, I should definitely do that. No cap. You know what I mean? Lock in, tap in, show some love. But with that being said, make sure you like and subscribe and check your thoughts. Subscribers! J.Cole my goat, nigga. I don't give a fuck how y'all niggas feel. And with that being said, I'm gonna catch y'all next one. The real is back. The feel is back. Flipping ass here. Nigga, you know the rest.